Today we're taking a look at my new used fat bike, a 2016 Diamondback El Oso Grande that I've simply named Commando Bear. At $600 used on eBay, it's definitely not a bike I ever really wanted or needed, but at this price I felt compelled to see what fat biking was all about.
It's a fat bike.
I used to think fat bikes were a silly novelty, but just after a couple rides on this thing, my stance has done a complete endo 180. These things are rad. This particular model features a full rigid aluminum frame with mounting options literally everywhere, a Sram X5 2x10 drivetrain, which so far has worked well, massive 4.9-inch tires from China that I replaced quickly with Minions, pretty low-end wheels that I found impossible to convert tubeless, and tektro mechanical disc brakes, which I think are a huge miss on this bike. Not nearly enough stopping power for this big bear. At $600 I'm pretty happy with these components, but for the original retail price of nearly $1,800, I'm not that impressed. Living in Texas, everyone's perception of these bikes is that they're only good for snow and sand, but I quickly found out it can do so much more.
Ugh, fat bikes are heavy.
At under 35 pounds with no suspension, it's quick off the line and not an unbearable chore to maintain speed.
Ugh, they're too bulky to handle on the trails.
With 26-inch wheels, it's surprisingly nimble even with the massive width. I mean, look at me destroy this slalom with relative ease. This bike doesn't feel as cumbersome on a trail as I thought it might.
Oh, I bet it's too big to climb.
I found this bike climbs amazingly well. With a small 22-tooth chainring and the massive amount of grip from these Minions, I was able to climb hills I've never been able to do on other bikes, and climbs I found difficult in the past to accomplish were a breeze on this bike.
Oh, well, you can't jump on it.
What I also found shocking is how comfortable this bike is to jump. It has decent geometry for it and feels pretty confident off the ground. Although I do miss the fork when landing. Some harsher landings owned my wrists. At least I impressed Santa Claus.
Oh, but can you send it downhill?
As you may imagine, steep descents were not as confidence-inspiring. The low air pressure provides decent cushion, but it's by no means a replacement for suspension. With careful line choices, I was able to send it down Misery Hill, and even Endo Valley in Austin, which freaked me out a little bit on my full suspension bike. Commando Bear don't care. Stairs, skinnies, and even small drops are possible on this bike, even though it's not intended for this type of riding. I look forward to seeing what else this thing can do. I'd love to go somewhere when it's snowing and try that out. Maybe I'll have a beach day with it, or find some sand dunes. How about a bike packing trip? Who knows? For someone who used to laugh at these bikes, Commando Bear has shown me the fat biking light. It's far more versatile than I ever imagined, and an absurd amount of fun. I'm looking into a few upgrades for this bike in the future, so we'll be seeing more of Commando Bear on the channel. What do you guys think of fat bikes? I hope this video showcases that they're more than just snowmobiles, and you can enjoy one no matter where you live. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And until next week, stay rowdy within reason.
What's up, Cobra Kyle? South Texas Trail Demons represent. Porno pose.